I want you to rewrite my LinkedIn profile and only my LinkedIn profile. Why is this a bad suggestion? Hi, my name is Martin C. de Jong, 20 years of experience in recruitment and hiring manager. And I'm going to explain to you everything you need to know why this is a bad idea. I often get the request to rewrite only the LinkedIn profile or only the resume. The reasoning is that the person is convinced that either the resume or the LinkedIn profile is already okay. Yeah, I already worked on it. So you don't need to work on my resume because I already did it. I only want you to work on my LinkedIn profile or vice versa. Well, why is this a bad idea? It's a bad idea because it's a tandem. Your resume and your LinkedIn profile are basically working together. And if they are consistent with each other, they are very powerful. It's a very powerful combination. If your LinkedIn profile and your resume are not consistent, it can actually work very strongly against you. Why does it work against you? Well, very simply, either a hiring manager or a recruiter finds your profile in a database, so finds you by searching your traditional resume, and after people find your traditional resume, they always go to LinkedIn to see what they can learn more about you. Who do you know? Etc. etc. The same counts for when people find you on LinkedIn. After they find you on LinkedIn, 9 out of 10 times they will ask you for a traditional resume. So if it's not consistent, if your LinkedIn resume and your traditional resume are not consistent, people lose faith. It's not transparent. People don't understand it. And to be honest, in 9 out of 10 times, that's actually true. True in the sense that your LinkedIn profile and your traditional resume, they're not a good match. They're not consistent. You can check it yourself. I can make this bold assumption that in 9 out of 10 times, I know there are things in your resume that are not on your LinkedIn profile and vice versa, and maybe even worse. Like your LinkedIn profile is in English and your traditional resume is in your native language, or vice versa. It's almost never the case that the CV and the LinkedIn profile are consistent. So, how do you create consistency? That's, of course, the number one question. Well, the easiest way is to start with your traditional resume, your offline resume, because your traditional resume is the most elaborate. You start with your traditional resume, and from your traditional resume, you create basically your LinkedIn profile. So you start with your traditional resume. Your traditional resume is the base. So is your traditional resume the same as your LinkedIn profile? No, it's not. Why is it not the same? Well, the purpose is different. Your traditional resume is written for you to be found in database searches, in ATS tracking systems. Your traditional resume is a container of keywords for you to be found in a database. Your LinkedIn profile is purpose for you to profile yourself, to position yourself in a certain way, and to be found in a search by recruiters and hiring managers on LinkedIn. Besides being found based on your positioning, it's also meant to be the LinkedIn profile written in a way that people that use social media like to read. So a traditional resume is a tasteless dish of like words, of like keywords, sentences meant to be found in a anonymous database. And your LinkedIn profile is meant to be like a tasty dish that people like to read with some flavors to it, with some how can I explain it? With some it people need to be engaged. need to be engaged in reading it. They need to see something that they like and then be engaged to read it and get to know you a little bit better. That's why, for instance, your LinkedIn profile is written in a more storytelling way to engage the reader, because the reader is on social media and you have to adjust to what the reader likes to read and in the way they like to consume all this information. So the base is start with your traditional resume. That's the base. And from that basis, we're gonna rewrite the context into a version for your LinkedIn profile that people like to read. That's the way it's supposed to be. In the next videos, I will tell you all about how to write your traditional resume. So you will be found in ATS tracking systems and databases, and how to convert the traditional resume into a LinkedIn profile that people actually likes to read and people want to engage with. When you like this kind of videos, please click like and subscribe. It would help me, the algorithm, and the channel a lot. And it would also motivate me to make more of these videos. Leave in the comments any question, remarks. Maybe you want to, maybe you have questions about different topics regarding recruitment. Drop it in the comments. And if I have more than 10 likes on a comment, I will make a video about that comment. For now, I wish you happy job hunting, and I'll see you in the next episode.